now, Shooting It Straight with Donnie C. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Shooting It Straight with Donnie C. I am your host, Donnie C. And I want to thank everybody for coming, hanging out with us, spending some time with us. I know your time is valuable. My time is valuable. Your time is valuable. Dave's time is valuable. Who's Dave? If you haven't seen the show, it's my good friend, Dave. Dave, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Did you like that intro, Dave?
I loved it. On time and everything.
Perfect. We're working on the music. We're not sure about the music yet. We're still working on it. We got some copyright issues. They said that, you can't play that. Well, you can, but you can't, but you can, but you can't. Right. I don't understand it. But we're trying to make our own music. It's a lot harder than we thought. So We're working on it.
So is coming into a chat room. That's
so is coming into a live show or a recorded show. Yes, we had some technical difficulties with that as well. It's been one of those days. It's been one of those episodes, and it just started right now.
Sometimes the behind-the-scenes stuff is funnier than the actual stuff that we talk about.
Some of that stuff is the best, and there's bloopers. So one of these days we'll get a blooper reel together, and we'll have fun with it.
Yes.
But the show, Shooting It Straight with Donnie C. What is the show about? The show is about answering your emailed questions. That's right, your questions. So you run the show. We just sit here and entertain as best as we can. I entertain Dave. He laughs a lot at me, with me. Sometimes I never know, but as long as we're having fun, that's all that matters. Send your questions, though. Shooting It Straight, WDC@gmail.com. Dave gets your questions right there. He gets them. I don't know what they are. I don't know what they are until today, to the time we record. Dave asked me the questions live. I have no time to prep, no time to think, which is probably the best thing for me, because when I think, it's dangerous. Usually my thinking goes too deep and too far. Right, Dave?
Yes.
Dave's always telling me less is more. I don't know. I don't know. Speaking of less is more and more is less, Dave, you've got a brand new shirt.
I got a brand new shirt, baby. Yeah.
Brand new shirt for season 2. Very nice. Thank you. He's up in his game. I wore a black shirt because I wanted it to match my soul, I guess. I'm not sure. But I don't know how many people out there who are listening have a pet or have gained a pet recently or lost a pet recently, and it's part of the family. And I recently, my daughter and my wife have been asking me for a long time now. Have been asking me to get a dog, and I kept saying no. Finally, Dave,
you caved.
It has happened. I caved, and I added a dog to the family. So everybody who's watching, there's Frankie. Good old Frankie. The reason why it's Frankie is because of blue eyes. She's got blue eyes. So Frank Sinatra, good old blue eyes. That's my newest addition to my family. That's Frankie. Hi, Frankie. So far, she's a good girl. She nibbles a little bit.
How old?
7, 8 weeks. 8 weeks old.
Oh, yeah. You're going to get a lot of that.
A lot of nibbling. So we're working on that, but she's a good girl. She's been doing good. It's just a training process. So now we're getting ready. And Dave, you remember my old dog?
Yes.
Gio, that dog, you could do voice commands, hand commands, speak in Italian sometimes, and the dog would just listen. The dog was great. I'm working on training this one to do the same. So I'm hoping, God willing, please.
You got to be patient with that, though. It's I think at this point, it's a little too young, right? You got to wait.
I start right from day one.
Wow.
I start right from day one. I'm very consistent with my dogs. Very consistent this way. They know what to expect, and so do I.
Dog's looking at you like, dude, I just learned how to fucking walk, man.
Right. Yeah. What's going on? What's happening?
You want me to what?
Yeah.
Fuck that. I'm pissing on your floor.
Right. Yeah, we've got a little bit of that going on. Not much, but a little bit. But we're learning, and we're doing good. So she knows to whine by the door, so she's getting there.
All right.
Slowly but surely. But you've got a pet also.
Yeah, Mike, the cat that we talked about on one of the first episodes we did, Zoomies.
Yeah.
Just this morning, I believe it was, I went to go I usually put when I come up before I take my shower to go to work, I put my jackets and stuff on the table, like near the table, so that I can get ready. When I come back down, I just throw them on and then haul ass out the door. Well, my cat decided that he wanted to, lay on top of them.
Oh, that makes sense. perfect.
That's the Zoomy cat. That's when he,
That's the
you know,
zoomies.
yeah. But now he's a big fat bastard, is what he is.
Get in my belly.
We've tried to take the food. We've tried. But the problem is I got 2 cats. One's really skinny, and he's getting to be a butterball. How do you stop one eating when the other one needs to eat? So it's like, I don't know. It's hard.
You gotta train them in crates, Dave. You gotta put the cats in a crate and then feed the other one, and then release the cat afterwards. So it only eats so much. Release the kraken.
I didn't think of that. I do have. Well, I have the pet carrier, but
Right.
I could potentially.
And that works too if you needed to. Listen,
Yeah.
The cat whisperer. I am good with pussy. I will.
Oh my.
I'll train that too.
Well, I will pass along the knowledge to my wife and see if she wants to institute that punishment upon him.
It's not punishment.
To the cat it is, because he's like, you might as well just put him like locked up right in front of the dry food where he can't eat it.
Right in front to see it. I mean, I'm not saying torture.
Trying to stick his paw out the
Right.
fucking.
No, don't do that. I'm just saying you can control the situation a little bit. Dave, you only have to be 1% smarter than the situation you're in,
Right.
and then you're good.
Okay.
1%. That's it. Just
1%.
1%.
All right.
So, put the cat away. Even in another room.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be in a little doo-doo. Put him in another room. Close the door. Oh, the cat's stuck in the room for a little while. Eat. Hurry up. Get while you can. We're going to release some fat bastards.
And he knows, dude. Like, he'll be dead asleep on the couch. As soon as he hears, like, the slightest rattle of that bowl being put back down on the ground, he's up and he shoots in. And you see the stomach just...
Yeah. You should control... It's not healthy for the animal, Dave.
I know that. I get that. But it's a cat. All they do is eat and sleep. Eat and sleep. So
And
it's
Zoomy.
like... And Zoomy after they poop.
That's right. And if you don't know what zoomies are, go back and watch our episode in season 1.
Right.
Talk about zoomies, and you'll find out what the cats are. So if you have a cat, send in your pictures.
Yeah.
Write it in the comments or however you can upload them or whatever else. Let's see the animals. Let's see everybody's animals. We'd like to see everybody's animals. So bring them up. We also have another segment coming up a little later in the show.
Mm-hmm.
It's a new one. Can't you read the signs? Huh? What? Can't you read the sign?
What signs are we talking about then?
You'll see in a little bit. You'll see in a little bit. But the premise of the show is questions, right, Dave? I mean, well, do you have topics? You have a topic
we have the one
too, right?
It's the lunar landing that we had. Apparently, it's the first time an American vessel has touched down on the moon in like 50 years or something. 1972, I think, was the last time.
I remember that when.
But I guess they sent up some remote robot vessel that landed, and I don't know what the hell they're doing, taking rock samples or pictures or selfies.
They're taking a bunch of samples. They thought they found water.
Okay.
They said it's either water or rocket fuel. They can use it either as water or rocket fuel. They're not sure. And they're trying to drill into the moon, I believe, if what I heard is correct, and I didn't read any smart articles or published anything. This is hearsay.
Right.
They're looking to see what's in the crust of the moon and see if there's actual water, if there's any type of liquid that we can use. And I think it's so at one point in time, we're going to inhibit it. I think that's, because why else would you go to the moon to find out everything unless you can send people there to live?
They're going to build a space station.
I think so. I think that's what they're working on.
Really?
I think that's what they're talking about. They're trying to see what's in the core. They're trying to see what's underneath the surface and everything else and do some of that stuff. But I heard that that little rover or whatever it is was behind like a boulder or something, and they were having a hard time getting the signal. Come on, you're NASA? Dave, I could grab my cell phone. I could find anything else about you if I really needed to.
Right.
I could find out strangers. Oh, who has a pimple on their ass? Found it. NASA can't go to the moon and send signals back.
And get a signal. Well, I mean, I'm assuming it takes a little time to, get out there and come back. It's not exactly right around the corner. I don't know. I'm more excited we're going to have a Death Star circling the planet.
That'd be nice.
I'm not going to be around to see it, but that'd be fucking pretty sweet.
No, you won't. But it's going to be in a lifetime, just not our lifetime. But it is what it is.
I've often wondered about that thing. If it crashed, if that thing... I know it wound up in our orbit and stuff like that, but when was this a meteor at one point that smashed into the earth, and then as on its way out, it just stopped and then just started spinning around.
Well, I don't think it smashed out. Like I don't think it hit the earth and the
like bounced off like a fucking
like a rubber ball.
Yeah, like a dodgeball, dodgeball.
I don't think it's if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. I don't think that's how it worked.
Why
Dave.
not, man?
I'm not sure. I think gravity would have held it if it flew in
and crashed in.
Crashed.
It bounced off, man. It skimmed off like fucking water, like a rock on the water.
Is it possible at a certain speed? I'm assuming it is possible.
Right.
What is that speed? I don't know. I'm not a rocket scientist. I don't know what the speed would be. But is it possible? Anything in this world is possible. So maybe it is. But I don't think so.
No,
I don't think so. But that's just me.
Well, they said I did hear something like it probably wasn't a spherical thing, but as the time of it spinning around, that shaped it into the ball that we see now.
Seriously? I've never heard that.
That's what I heard.
It was a square moon?
It could have been like a
rectangle,
whatever, the size of a fucking potato, and then you know. All right, whatever, man. I'm making shit up. I heard some of this stuff. I heard. But probably on the internet, which, you can believe everything on the internet.
Very true. Very, very true. Everything on the internet
is true.
Yeah, that's right.
That's my truth.
All right.
Stop shitting on it, man.
I'm sorry. The moon was a potato at one point in time.
There you go.
Came from Idaho. Not just a state.
Can you imagine it's a potato hit Idaho, bounced out?
I cannot imagine that. Cannot.
Oh, crap.
All right. You got some questions?
I got questions for
Let's go to the shooting range.
I could just hear it now. A potato, Dave?
Listen, make sure you comment. Make sure you like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. Speaking of notifications, before we even go through the shooting range, if you're watching this, it's Wednesday. Tomorrow's leap year.
Mm-hmm. It's our live.
So if you're watching it day one of when it came out, we're doing a live show tomorrow. Mm-hmm. So make sure you tune in for that. We'll talk about the potato.
6 p.m. Mountain, 8 p.m. Eastern.
That's right.
We're still sticking to that one. If anything changes...
Potato time it is.
Yes. All right, enough. So, first question. Apparently, a guy in Michigan was playing scratch-offs, won $100 on the scratch-offs, and decided to use some of that money to go play some more.
Okay.
And ends up hitting for $1 million on the scratch-offs.
Beautiful.
My question to you would be on that: if you win, or if you ever won on a scratch-off, do you cash out or do you play again to try to get the bigger prize?
Well, that goes. I mean, that's with any type of betting. I mean, scratch-offs is one thing.
And this because you have less. In my opinion, in my experience, it's very rare that you win anything big on a scratch-off.
The most I've won so far in a scratch-off was during one of the Christmas seasons years and years and years ago. They had the Christmas holiday ones out, and there was like 12 tickets, like the 12 Days of Christmas.
Yeah, and
I ended up winning $700.
Wow!
So it was on different tickets. I won like 100 here, 100 here, 100 here, 100 here, and it added up to like $700. So that was a good win. Mm-hmm. I did not go and turn it into something.
Right.
I just kept it. I should have shared a little bit, but I didn't at the time. My fault.
Jesus. The most I've ever won on a scratch-off is $20.
Okay.
That's
Big win.
That's it.
Right. So, I mean, scratch-offs, I don't think that I would jump in and be like, okay, yes. I might go if I won a decent amount. Like if I won $1,000, I might say, okay, I'll put another 50 in just to see, or something like a percentage maybe.
Right.
But I would never just go, let it ride. No, I'm not letting it ride.
Buy another $1,000 worth.
Yeah, no, not doing that.
I think because I've seen people do that on YouTube where they go and they spend like, I don't know, say $250 on a whole roll of scratch offs and see if they actually either break even end up in a red or the black, and most times they lose. They'll win some money back, but they might win like $150 of the 250. If they get lucky, they'll hit something big. But
no, I've noticed that a lot of times with scratch offs, it's the odds are just whatever. It's very random. It's very hard to know, and it's just luck of the draw. Now, if you're lucky and you're having a good day, maybe you roll a little bit.
Yeah,
but normally with scratch offs, I don't. Now with betting, like if I'm gambling, if
you're in a casino or something, like
if I'm in a casino and I win a certain amount of money, I go, okay, I've won this much. I'm putting this much of that in my pocket, and I'm willing to play with this much of the casino's money. So I know I'll either win more or I still win.
What do you put aside like what you came in with so that you're still?
Some, it depends on how much I'm winning.
Okay, gotcha.
But yeah, normally I start off where I go, okay, let's just say it's $100.
Right.
All of a sudden I'm at $250. I'll definitely put the 100 in and keep playing and see where it goes, see how it fluctuates or anything.
Right.
If I make more than that, if I'm at 400 or something, I might put like 300 away and be like, okay, let's roll at 100 or whatever. This way I know I have X amount of dollars put in my pocket.
Yeah. What about, do you ever have any luck on the slot machines?
Sometimes.
You were just out in Vegas. I don't think you had time to...
didn't have time to gamble at all. Every day of my life is a gamble, but not a financial one. No, I didn't do anything with that, but occasionally I will go to slots. I don't like slots a lot. I've never really been like, woohoo, I won big.
Yeah.
There's been a couple times where I've won some. Wheel of Fortune. I like the Wheel of Fortune game, where after you get the spins, the big wheel spins up top on the slot machine, stuff like that. But now they have so many games and so many different. The
crisscross.
The lines go this way, and this way, and this. Like I can't. I don't even know how I'm playing. You're just hitting a button. You're like, yeah, I hope I win some money.
To me, if you hit the jackpot, that fucker goes off. It brings too much attention to you, man. You're like, shh, shut up.
Keep it down. Yeah, I'm more of a blackjack kind of guy. I've played roulette a little bit here and there. I've even played craps occasionally, but my cousin played craps once. King Arthur. It was his first time gambling.
Right.
And he went in, and he was doing great to the point where he goes, "How much to shut the table down?"
Oh wow.
Yeah, he was doing phenomenal. And they were like X amount of dollars. I don't even know what it was, like $5,000 a roll or something like that. And he goes, "Shut it down!"
Wow.
And he was winning, and then he wasn't.
On the roulette table, right?
Craps.
Oh, craps. Okay.
But he didn't know it was his first time. He's like, "This is easy. I'm winning."
Yeah.
But once he started losing, he should have just pulled back. But he was betting high at that point, and he lost quick.
Yeah.
And his theory was, well, I'm either going to pay my parents back for college or pay for my car stereo. That was the gap he had. Like,
right.
It wasn't even close. Like, there was no in between. So he walked out with a couple $100, like a $2,000 or something, where he was up like 20,000 or something like that.
Wow.
But he
Dude, I would have walked away.
Yeah, he should have, but he didn't know and he didn't realize, and he was like, "I'm gonna win big," and then it just went.
The one time I was out in Vegas, I dabbled in the roulette table. Okay. I liked that; it was fun. But you can lose. I guess with anything, you lose your money real quick. But like,
depends on how you bet.
But because I was getting cocky because I was like, "Ooh, this is fun," and then I let it roll, all gone. I'm like, lesson learned. I'm out.
Yep. You gotta be careful. I like to pick a certain number here or there.
Yeah.
Like I'll pick one or two numbers, and then I pick groups. This way, if I don't hit on those numbers, there's a better chance I get the group and I get something back. This way, I'm not losing everything all at once.
Right.
That's how I usually play on that. But I like blackjack. I used to be pretty good. Then for whatever reason, I just hit a slump in the casinos for 20 years, and it just.
From what I hear, those tables can get cutthroat too. From what I hear, you know, especially if you don't know how to play and you're fucking everything. Yeah,
if you're the anchor on the table or third base or whatever else, and you don't know how to play, and you're playing with a group of people that are putting hundreds of dollars down per hand, and you're like $5, $10, $25, whatever, and then you screw up the whole table because there's odds, and the way the numbers are coming out and the way the dealer's hands are, there's better percentages of how you're going to win.
Yeah,
and if you don't know those and you sit in that position. And then you take a card when you shouldn't take a card, and then you bust, but then the dealer doesn't. but you should have passed and a dealer would have busted.
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody on the table would have won.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, "Oh, bro, you just cost me," and that you cost him, you cost her, and it can be a little rough. You want to definitely know. I mean, you can go in there and say, "Listen, I don't know. Can people help me?"
Right.
By all means, but don't just go in blind.
Yeah. No, I mean, just walking through, I can see the intensity level on the faces, you know, and I'm like, I'll just keep on walking.
Well, I have one of those roll-out blackjack tables that I can put on top of a table, Dave. Next time you come out, I'll teach you the rules.
You're going to teach me the rules of blackjack?
I'll teach you the rules. So maybe we'll go to hit one of the casinos out here. There's one not too far away from me.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Sounds
See
like
how much you learned. We'll have a training course and then an actual go into casinos and see.
Train your dog to like me, you know, this way.
Perfect.
You know how dogs, you know, they're going to sense what I do for a living.
They really like you.
No. All right, next question.
Yes.
DMV, are you a prima donna when it comes to your picture for your driver's license?
No. I mean, you know it's coming out not great. Anybody who says, "Oh, my DMV picture came out perfect." No, it didn't. And if it did, just because you were all like, you were like prepped and ready to go. Nobody's ever ready because they're like, "All right, get ready." You're like, wait a minute, you didn't even finish saying the sentence.
Are you a one shot and done? Or do you look at it and go out and like that? Let's do it again.
I mean, I might look at it, but I doubt I'll change it. I'm like, yep, that's good enough.
Wow. There was one time.
For the record, also out here, they last for like 20 years or 25 years or something like that. It's ridiculous. Yeah.
Which is, well, I guess because if you're an adult, they probably, you're not really going to change as much. If you were a kid, it's probably
once you're
shorter.
over 21, they go, okay.
Right. Not bad. Well, because I'm like, I was kind of, passports are different because my daughter, when she got her passports, it was for a shorter amount of time because she's going to change over that. So that's why they do that. So whatever.
Like no DMV in Jersey 4 years, right? Every
4 years for us. Yeah, every 4. And the last time I made them redo it because where I was standing and how I had my neck or whatever, like all my fat went up, and I had like this. Yeah, exactly. I had this big. I was like, oh hell no, we are doing that again. I was like, make sure I.
All of a sudden, you were ET.
Yeah. Like, the lady was like, "Is this good?" And I'm like, "What the fuck do you think?" You know, that looks like shit.
Is this good? Hello, do you see this? Do you see that? Does that look the same to you?
It's not like I look at it all the time. Nobody's really looking at it or anything like that. But it's still, you know, if I do have to pull it out, you know, I want it to look good.
If you pull it out, it should look good, Dave.
Exactly. I set you up again.
I agree.
Oh, it's so easy to get you that way.
I know.
Next question. Next question. This is from like the old school cartoon era. Would you help the coyote catch the Roadrunner so he can move on with his life?
Where did you even get that question? Okay. Would I help the coyote catch the Roadrunner? I think I would after so many times. I feel bad for the coyote. He's got to be starving. Like, I've never seen him eat anything else. So, like, forever, at least the Roadrunners, you always see him eating because the coyote's always putting birdseed down for him.
Right.
The coyote doesn't eat ever.
Nope.
Ever. So for somebody who never eats, he looks great, just for the record. But yeah, it would help. Why not? There's got to be more Roadrunners out there. I mean, I live in Arizona. I see Roadrunners every once in a while.
Do you really?
Yeah. Yeah, I sent a video to our friend Izzy one time. He's like, I want to see a video of a Roadrunner. I go, okay. So the last time I saw one, I was like, my phone, and just sent it to him. I wrote, Mimi.
Well, now you gotta
like this big. They're
really?
Small.
Oh,
Yeah,
so they're misproportioned on the cartoon?
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Come on. So then that's all a lie, man. A coyote would eat the shit out of a Roadrunner if they caught him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's bullshit.
That was bullshit.
Very good, Dave. Yeah, no, a Roadrunner is not like an ostrich.
That's what he looks like in the
cartoon. They make him look like
yes.
an ostrich size.
Right.
No, it's not. It's a little tiny bird. It's like,
yeah. All right. Well,
but it is fast.
Yeah, but You
I
know,
mean, not faster than a coyote, I don't think. But
you wouldn't think. I mean, the little legs can only carry you so far, man.
that's why that was a bigger bird. That's why he was always chasing that one.
So they want to make it realistic. They wanted to make it. This is why he's getting away. Because if it was the size of a fucking chicken, people are gonna be like, "What are you doing?"
I don't know, Dave. To be honest, I don't know why they proportioned him the way they did outside of for entertainment purposes.
What was that for Warner Brothers? We got to write Warner Brothers and go, "What the fuck
ahead.
were you
You
guys
write them a
smoking?"
letter. Let me know how it works out for you. And then I want you to write NASA too and ask him if the moon was a potato. Very educational show. We'll find out on the next episode. Was the moon a potato? And was the Roadrunner ill-proportioned for theatrical events?
People are gonna be like, "What? Did Dave have like a few shots before the?"
It's unreal. It's like conspiracy theory Dave right now. The moon, the Roadrunner.
All right, one more, and then we'll get into the.
Can't you read the sign?
Can't you read the signs? Yes.
Okay.
If you were with Bill and Ted,
No way.
no way. Which historical figure would you bring back for your report?
Rufus. No.
Historical figure.
Back. Historical figure.
And don't use any of the guys that they used.
Okay. Historical figure. They had Napoleon. They had him. They had Aristotle.
Socrates. Lincoln. They had Joan of Arc.
Lincoln.
Genghis Khan.
I would probably. Who would I bring back? I really don't know. I never even thought about it. A historical figure I would bring back. Gandhi? I don't know.
That wasn't that one of them? No, they didn't bring.
No, they didn't bring Gandhi back.
No, they didn't. You're right. That's right.
Oh no.
Okay.
Maybe find out how hungry he really was.
Is Gandhi your final answer?
I guess I don't really have a good answer. I don't know who my historical figure would be. I mean, Chief Geronimo? I don't know. Like,
is there any famous Italian historian?
Explorers. I mean, Christopher Columbus. He's Italian. Talk to him. Hey, Christopher, listen, when you came to India over here.
So would this be considered a stump? Did I get you?
I guess. I don't know, because I wouldn't want to bring a dictator back or somebody who did
No, you don't have to
things.
bring a dictator. No.
But I don't know. Caesar. No, I don't know.
Oh.
I honestly, I don't know. Shakespeare, to see if he was real or not, because people are saying he wasn't real.
Really? That's the first I'm hearing.
They say it's just a pen name.
Ah.
It was just a pen name that other people were writing. So Shakespeare was either a group of people or not an actual writer. It was somebody else saying that they were Shakespeare or whatever. So maybe I'll bring Shakespeare back and take care of the myth.
Ooh.
Unfold that mystery.
All right. See, I gave you too much time to think that one out.
Yeah, that was definitely. Otherwise, you would have stumped me for sure.
Bullshit. I'm not hitting it again.
I'm not strong with history. I don't know. It's in the past. Why bring somebody back from the past? I want to know about the future. That's why it'd be Rufus. No.
Right.
Excellent.
So, all right, let's go to the new segment.
Can't you read the sign?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, welcome back.
Hey, welcome back. So,
right,
how do you want to handle this one?
Well, this one basically what we're gonna do now. What we're gonna do?
All right, Max Rebo.
Yeah. Me and Dave went on the internet and found signs that were just ridiculous or strange or whatever else. So I think me and you should just go back and forth.
Okay.
Like a tennis match.
Okay.
Or ping pong. You want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
I have 4. How many do you have?
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, so then you will go first.
I will go first. So the first one I'm bringing up, and we'll go over here like this. Now, have you ever been walking in the woods, Dave? We've gone
Yes.
camping before.
Yes, we've been camping, yes.
Have you ever seen a sign for this? Beware of falling deer. Leopards conceal their unfinished food in the tops of trees.
Really?
What? First and foremost, why are you walking where leopards are around?
Right, that's, yeah.
One. Two, you might be a dead carcass might fall on you
Of a deer?
while you're walking. You have to walk like this, and if you're walking like this, what about the leopards on the ground? What?
Let's take a ride to the Pine Barrens in the deer season and see if there's any up in the trees. We need to fact check this bullshit.
Well, are there leopards in
I don't think we have
Pine Barrens?
leopards there, but I like we gotta have something that like really.
I couldn't believe. I saw that. I was like, what?
Where the hell are there wild leopards in the United States? I mean, it may not be
It's
the
not the
United
United
States.
States. I didn't say it was the United States. I
No,
went
it's
on
true.
the internet, Dave.
On the
I don't know
internet,
if you
yeah,
know
true.
this, but the internet covers.
Everywhere. Wow.
That's right. Okay, it's educational. Also, this episode.
All right.
All right.
All right. I will watch out for fallen deers the next time I'm under a tree.
Okay, fair enough. All right, what do you got?
So my first one is kind of like my attitude sometimes when
God.
I think I'd like to put this one in the kitchen or something, and when
Okay.
people want my opinion or ask me something, I go, zero fucks given.
That fits you perfect.
Just
You
go.
should have that T-shirt on or tattoo to your forehead. Maybe just a tattoo right on the forehead. You wear a hat and be like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah, exactly. That's the first. This is the very first one I saw. I'm like, yep, that's
That's
mine.
the one.
I want that one.
All right, that works. All right, my next one is a little bit different. It doesn't have to deal with dead animals.
Okay, that's good.
So this one is aliens.
Uh-oh.
I bet aliens ride past Earth and lock their doors.
Oh, shit.
Like, what? What? Are we that ghetto?
That dude is not wrong, though.
No, that's why I
not
brought it up.
wrong.
Like, you know what? It's probably right, because I wouldn't want to stop here either.
Pretty accurate.
Right?
Just the nature of us as a species, man. You know, just yeah. Keep on going. That's what I'm saying. There's definitely UFOs. There's other species out there, but they probably just fly by and go, yeah,
They look out the
we're
window,
good.
and, yeah, they're looking out the window, shaking their head, going, I don't know.
We thought we were bad.
Right.
Look at these insults. All right, so I've brought these people up before in the past, and this is signs that should be posted everywhere.
Okay.
In my opinion, if it'll pop up, beware of smartphone zombies.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, people are stupid.
Yes.
People are so dumb. They're like, no. Oh, they walk into stuff constantly and everything. Yeah. I wish I knew where that sign was.
Yeah, I wish I did. Yeah, because there's definitely no, I don't know where that is. It's definitely not New Jersey. There we go. I got it out.
Good job.
But they need to, pop these bad boys up everywhere because it's asinine. Just the other day, it was smartphone zombie behind the wheel, and this idiot it was a girl.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. But she was sitting there swerving away because she's got the phone in the hand and having a good old time behind the wheel. And I'm like,
No, thank you.
yeah.
No.
So
No, I need that like I need a hole in the head.
yeah, exactly. Cell phones they're good, but they're bad. That's
All
my
right,
opinion.
this one, I understood this, and you were talking about the Pine Barrens, so I'm going to bring this up because this is like a bunch of Italians.
Yeah.
No threat. Hiding the bodies.
You know what's funny? I did see this one as I was going through the stuff, and I said to myself, Don's probably gonna get that one.
Yep. Yeah, I was like, I love it. And you can see the house in the back, like in the distance a little bit. And you're like, yeah, there's a little bit of room there. You can put a couple bodies. Like, yeah, okay, I can understand that. That makes sense.
Nice. So for me, I need this for the entrance to my man cave because I got all kinds of stuff down here that's mine, and I don't want anybody to touch my shit. Because in my studio / man cave, I have everything set up the way I need it to be. And then when I come down, if my computer's off, it's, not where I'm used to it, it's like, who touched it? What are you doing?
What are you doing? Who is down here?
Very territorial.
Yeah, I know. All right. Going with an Italian theme, I grabbed another one, and this one's a little bit different. This one has to do with spaghetti. This one, Friday night, spaghetti wrestling.
Nice.
Saturday morning, you can eat spaghetti for $1.
For $1?
Well, they're wrestling in it. I don't know if you really want it.
Is that why it's that cheap, or is it was signed a long time ago? Back in the 80s or something.
That's not a long time ago.
This is current day pricing?
I guess. I mean, would you want to eat the spaghetti?
I wouldn't myself. However, there are some perverted people out in this world, no offense, if this is your thing, that would 100%.
And I know some too, and I think a mutual friend of ours, I know who one of them is. And they sent in a question last week.
Oh, okay.
I know you're spaghetti, buddy. I know you are. He's like, you can eat for $1. And it's with them?
And it's
perfect.
I'm in. Where's my bib?
It's not only is it spaghetti, it's seafood oriented.
Oh man. So this is my last one that I got was when the GPS we all know that GPS is not 100% accurate when it gets you to your destinations.
Right.
So this is your GPS is wrong, dead end.
That's good, because there are a bunch of and on certain roads they'll take you and they're like, how many people have they seen turn around or whatever and everything else. So I mean, if that's a perfect sign for that location.
Yeah.
I don't know where it is, but that's a great sign. I love that sign. I can totally see putting that one up.
It's 100% accurate.
Go from there.
Because there's places in my town where people think that they can get because the streets, they change street names, but there's no way they can get through because of a fence or whatever. You got
to put that sign up.
Yeah, exactly.
And now the last and final one.
Woohoo!
Now we went from Italians to spaghetti. Now we're going to a restaurant.
Ooh.
It's Gordo's.
We trim our bush so now our deck looks bigger.
They trim their bush so the deck looks bigger.
That's awesome.
I love it. It looks like it's in Florida or something like that.
Yeah.
But there was a blue collar comedy group when I don't know how old or young our viewers are, but the blue collar comedy, Jeff Foxworthy and Ron something, Ron
White.
Ron White, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And then they got
Larry the Cable guy.
Larry the Cable guy. And there was one more guy who had a sitcom also. I can't think of his name. Here's your sign.
Oh man,
I can't think of his name right now, but whatever.
Yeah.
But they did a whole skit with this and Drew Carey.
Right.
About how people's wives were on their deck all night last night. Your wife came over. I couldn't get your wife off of my deck. Like, she would not. And she said, my deck looked bigger than yours. And they have a whole skit. So if you haven't seen it, check it out. It's hilarious. Mm-hmm. But I thought that was funny too. And I was like, I would go and eat there because they're my kind of people.
100%. Your state has some, we don't have any examples, obviously, but your state on your freeways, man, right?
Yep.
They have some funny ass shit from time to time, just from you pointed it out to me from when I visited, and I'm like, I wish we had some shit like that out here because that's pretty funny.
Clever stuff.
Yeah, somebody has a sense of humor out there.
Yeah, which is nice because you need it out here in this heat. But
yep,
I don't know. But those are that's our skit. That's our newest one. So hopefully, can't you read the sign?
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll get some more. We'll have some good times. Hopefully you laughed. Hopefully you had a good time with it. If you're listening to us on Spotify, you missed out on the signs. We read them to you, but you missed out. You really got to watch us on YouTube. That's where the action's at. You see our beautiful faces, our loving smiles and excitement, and you get to see Dave's new shirt.
And you get to see my new Hawaiian shirt.
His new shirt. But hopefully you laughed. Hopefully you had a good time with us. We smiled. We made you smile. I know I had some fun. Dave's had some fun. Off to a little bit of a rocky start, but we got there, Dave. We got the ball rolling. We got there.
We got there.
some choppy waters, but we're here.
we're
We're at the end. So I want to thank everybody for hanging out with us. What's that?
We talked about potatoes.
We talked about potatoes and some other crazy stuff. Yeah, thank you, Dave.
You're welcome.
I don't know where it was going, but here we are. We're back. So hopefully you had a good time. Hopefully you had some fun. Hopefully, we can get your questions in. Send your questions, shootingitstraightwdc@gmail.com. Send your questions in, and then you can find out what Donnie C really thinks about shooting it straight with you. Take it easy. Have a good
Peace, everybody.